This news update is brought to you by...
This is how we flow. All the offers are quite exciting, and the prices will leave you smiling. Everybody's got a cheerful glow.
Get 2 months of free movies and more when you sign up for Flow TV this Christmas.
This is the Barbados Today Afternoon Update for Monday, December 28th. Thanks for joining us. I'm Fernella Wedderburn. Topping our news, political scientist Peter Wickham gives government a failing grade for its handling of the economy in 2015. Speaking to Barbados Today from the United Kingdom this morning, Wickham explained that the economic situation facing the country is no better now than it was at the start of the year. He says the economic climate has not improved significantly despite several measures implemented, and predictions for 2016 are not any better.
I think that they should be judged on their ability to have dealt with some fundamental issues regarding our economy. And I think as far as those are concerned, it's fairly clear that they would have to be given a failing grade, because the economic situation in Barbados at the end of 2015 is no better than it was at the beginning of 2015. We heard suggestions that there could be economic growth. Then we heard that those suggestions were revised. And I think that fundamentally is the problem. Where are we regarding employment? Where are we regarding the economy? Where are we regarding economic growth? And Barbados is no further on in relation to any of those issues. It is a saving grace that we have not had further layoffs or of a massive nature in 2015, but nonetheless, the situation isn't improving, and I don't know that that's helped.
However, he is giving the ruling Democratic Labour Party top marks for keeping its house together despite some challenges throughout the year.
The government has still held itself together, and I think that this is quite remarkable, quite frankly, since they are surpassing all expectations regarding the ability to hold itself together. And that can be arguably a major political achievement on their part, the fact that they have actually been able to survive. And more importantly, they have been able to keep our attention away from the fact that there's much that needs to be done.
A 46-year-old man from Crabil, St. Lucie is expected to appear in the Whole Town Magistrates Court today for murder. Alliston Greaves is charged with last Wednesday's stabbing death of Cally-Ann Gill. The 35-year-old of Crabil, St. Lucie, a mother of 7, died at Niles Road, Farm Road, St. Peter, after she was allegedly stabbed by Greaves sometime after 5 p.m. Police are investigating an accident in Church Village, St. Philip. Police spokesman David Welch tells Barbados Today injuries were recorded when a vehicle overturned on the road, leaving it impassable to vehicular traffic. And more details as it comes to hand on the story. Meantime, investigations are also on the way into an accident where a vehicle plowed through the glass partition at the Sol gas station in Banyans, Bay Street, St. Michael last night. It is reported that no cashier was at the counter when the incident occurred. Investigations are on the way. 4 new contracts will be awarded by month end to build and renovate multi-million-dollar police stations across the island. Word of this from Attorney General Adriel Brathwaite, who tells Barbados Today that work on new stations at Hastings, Worthing, Christchurch, and Cane Garden, St. Thomas should begin by mid-January. The Old Black Rock Station and the male barracks at Central Police Station will also be upgraded. Minister Brathwaite says these are part of an overall $72 million financing package from the National Insurance Scheme, which also includes a new police headquarters and a station at Bodded Hall, St. George. Meantime, in a review of the year, the Attorney General expressed concern about the way the remand system was functioning and pledged to introduce measures next month to address this and other areas of the criminal justice system.
In that regard, probably by January, if not latest by February, we're going to bring legislation to Parliament abolishing preliminary inquiries. We started more or less by having more paper committees, but we're going to legislate so we can eliminate preliminary inquiries altogether, and hopefully that should lend itself to getting matters before the courts quicker. I've asked the Royal Barbados Police Force to examine their processes to see how they themselves can ensure their files are better prepared and more quickly prepared so we can get things heard.
He He also responded to recent comments by the resident European Union ambassador to Barbados and the Eastern Caribbean, Michael Barford, on the issue of discrimination against the gay and lesbian community.
Where the gays have their shows in Barbados at the plantations almost every year. I never have anybody going to throw rocks at them or eggs or anything, etc. If you go through back to the road tonight, you'll probably see the guys around the corner there, and I don't see anybody stoning them, etc. But it serves some people's agenda to curse Barbados, etc. Which saddens me, because I don't see what some people are saying in terms of how we behave towards persons with alternative lifestyles.
In sports, a battling 81 from Darren Bravo and a debut half-century from Carlos Brathwaite were the highlights of the West Indies' first innings total of 271 at the Melbourne Cricket Ground this morning. But at the close of the third day, after Aussie captain Steve Smith decided against enforcing the follow-on, Australia were 179 for 3 with an overall lead of 459, and the West Indies facing an uphill task to save the second test. Smith was unbeaten on 70 and Michelle Marsh was on 18. Earlier, responding to the home side's first innings 551 for 3 declared, Bravo batted studiously for 6 hours for his important knock, while Brathwaite, batting at number 8, struck 2 boundaries and a 6 in just over 2 hours at the crease for his 59. The two added 90 runs in the only significant partnership of the innings.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Secure your future, be financially strong. Since 1983, we have been there for you. A smart range of products, great tax benefits. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. Humble beginnings to smart loans, smart savings. Save smart and borrow smarter. That's the move for me. Stability, prosperity. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union.
In news from the region, a 5.5 earthquake rocked several Caribbean islands early this morning, but there are no reports of damages or injuries. According to the University of the West Indies Seismic Research Center, Martinique, St. Lucia and Dominica felt the quake at about 5 minutes to 3 this morning. It had a depth of 147 kilometers and was located 9 kilometers northeast of Fort-de-France, Martinique, 69 kilometers northwest of Castries, St. Lucia, and 78 kilometers south-southeast of Roseau, Dominica. On the international scene, the southern and western parts of the United States are reeling from rare December tornadoes which claimed 43 lives. Flash floods, tornadoes, and now snow destroyed hundreds of homes and businesses and grounded transportation to a halt, wreaking holiday travel plans for millions of Americans. Texas, Arkansas, Louisiana, Oklahoma, and Mississippi are under tornado warnings, while the governors of Missouri, Oklahoma, and New Mexico have put those states on the state of emergency.
This morning, the monster storm system wreaking havoc across the southern states, making its way eastward.
Oh, it's a big tornado. Big, strong tornado.
Over the Christmas weekend, Texas bearing the brunt of the storm, ravaged by nearly half a dozen deadly tornadoes. An airplane passenger snapping this stunning photo of the massive storm system on a flight to Dallas. 2 powerful EF3 and EF4 twisters carving a path of destruction in Rowlett and nearby Garland on Saturday. The death toll, 11, making this the deadliest December for tornadoes in 60 years. The deadly storm also spawning flash floods, whiteout conditions, and states of emergency in New Mexico and Missouri. In Missouri, more than 100 water rescues, at least 6 people killed in Pulaski County, swept away by floodwaters Saturday night.
It's a small, dark highway. They probably did not know what hit them until they hit the water.
The massive system dumping more than 16 inches of snow in New Mexico. Icy roads backing up traffic, and shutting down Interstate 40 in Albuquerque.
That report from the CNN brings us to the end of our Barbados Today afternoon update, but you can join us again this evening for the very latest. You can also visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. Also, subscribe to our e-paper, our email updates, and like us on Facebook. We're also on Izumi Media in bus terminals or screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you, as well as Channel 101 on Flow TV and Mix 96.9 FM. There you can get all the latest news and sports. I'm Fernella Wedderburn. Good afternoon.